YouTube. We're good? Good on Facebook? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, pre-earnings analysis on Intel and Amazon. Also, how is our earnings strategy performing? Also, the most consistent earnings strategy on Wall Street. Also, what does it look like in the day of a bandit? Also, how can you focus and become one? Also, I am also Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. I have so many great things to discuss with you today. I want to show you what it's like to really, truly be consistent. I want to also help you, and I'm going to reveal something today that's going to even just help elevate you up, especially if you've been struggling in this environment recently. I will always fight for you. By watching this video, you are agreeing to hold Mark Melnick and T3 Live harmless and not responsible for anything portrayed on this video. Okay, let's just get right into it. Let's just look at real quick just the results here. So I added again my losses and gains, and currently you would be up $7,561. I didn't include the eBay short because I don't know what the opening price is, for example, on an eBay. But again, I promised you before I even Biogen reported, I promised you that I would track it for you. And if you're following this methodology, with these bets, again, you would be up $7,561. Very, very small sample size, as you do have 9 names at the moment, but we will be adding more and we will see how they do. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I actually added another twist to the new earning strategies that I'm going to be giving, and I found actually a new way of pointing them out that's very interesting. So we're going to go through that as well. I'm actually taking into account now technical analysis. Now, originally it was just fundamental analysis. All the names I gave you were fundamentally strong or weak based on the company's perception of fundamental. So if a company thought they were going to exceed, I would consider them fundamentally strong comparatively to Wall Street. And if a company said they were going to miss, whether they missed or they beat, whatever happens in the end, I would, say that they were fundamentally weak compared to Wall Street. And that's how I was doing it. So I'm taking that and I'm adding another layer of technical analysis. And it did bring me to one name today, which I will be discussing alongside Amazon, and that's going to be Intel. So Intel, again, very simple, very technically strong here. Love what I'm watching here on Intel. They're going to be reporting. Remember, this is a semiconductor, and semiconductors kind of gotten shellacked on Texas Instrument. Wow, what a nice up move today. Wonder who caught that. Oh, yeah, we did. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that as well. And we're going to show you the most consistent strategy on Wall Street. Stay tuned. I'm so excited to try to help you guys here today. But let's just go ahead and talk about Intel here really, really quickly. So Intel will be reporting tomorrow after the bell. That's Thursday after hours, so it does give you a potential chance to trade it. I guess I should discuss Tesla here as well. Intel, on their last earnings report on July 25th, they announced right over July 25th after hours. They announced here they closed at 46.85 and they opened up at 47.65. They gapped up a little. So they announced before on their last earnings report $1.06 per share. That was ahead of the Wall Street consensus of 89 cents. $16.5 billion. That's ahead of the $15.7 billion expected. They also raised their fiscal year earnings per share view to $4.40. That was a raise from $4.35. Wall Street consensus was $4.24. They also raised their revenue view to $69.5 billion versus the $69 billion expected. And obviously, that would be very impressive, especially considering the quote-unquote slacking that some of these semiconductor names have been suffering recently. We made a little money on AMD puts recently. And just so we're officially clear, on the record, 2 thumbs up for Intel. Now let's do Tesla real quick because Tesla's gapped up here quite massively. Beautiful gap up here in Tesla. Congratulations if you caught this one. And just looking at Tesla, let's go through their earnings. $1.86 a share versus the loss of 42 cents. Wow, good job, Wall Street. It's funny because Wall Street has been infamous for getting this name wrong. It's the first time ever that I left because it's too funny because Elon Musk was promising for 3 years now a profitable quarter. This is the first time it happens. I felt I owed Elon at least to talk about it. Little light on revenues though. 6.3 billion versus 6.33 billion expected. That's not really why they're gapping up. They're gapping up because their Gigafactory in Shanghai is ahead of schedule. Trial production has started. You have 1.4, 1.5 billion people in China being able to sell electric cars to a country that has 4 to 5 individuals for every one individual in the United States is a massive, massive market. Elon saying self-driving appears to be on track. It's in the final stages of its European site selection process. The global order rate is strong and continues to increase as well, he says. Okay, so beautiful move here in Tesla. We'll be watching it tomorrow, and I'm actually going to share with you the phenomenally consistent strategy, which we'll be looking to apply to it tomorrow. And you won't be able to disagree. There's an A plus trigger in Tesla. The key level I want you to watch right now, $307.13. And if it does go higher, there's another big trigger, $327.13 on Tesla. So just 2 triggers there, fine. Let's go into Amazon. They have yet to report. And this is kind of a weird one for me. As I said, I used to love eBay. I used to love it. I know I sort of really was slamming into this one the other day, not because I have anything against the company. Like it's never personal with me. Like it's never personal with me. And I look at eBay and I just refuse to use it, and that's the problem. And if you could get somebody like me to buy on your service, you're doing something well because I don't like almost any service out there. So I'm a perfect gauge for if a service is worthy or not. Not because if I don't use it, it's bad, but if I do use it, it's great. It's more one of those things. Like I have a friend who dislikes every single TV show and movie ever, but the TV shows that he likes happen to be incredible. So I use him as a gauge if a show is good or not. If he says a show is not good, it doesn't mean it's good or bad, but if he likes a show, it means it's great. It's like one of those types of things. Visit his website. What is it? JustThePack.com. He travels the world with a backpack. Little free spirit over there. But looking back on eBay right now, again, one of the names we called short, whatever. I'll be right and wrong on a bunch of them, but hopefully be up money overall as you would be if you're following these earnings names. Um, eBay, this digital tax is destroying eBay. Now, why am I bringing up eBay? Why am I bringing up that? Because Amazon also charges a digital tax. You want to know the only person who buys now from Amazon? My wife. My wife is the only person who buys from Amazon. She uses my account, and I constantly get those annoying emails that Amazon Marketplace, Amazon order, Amazon this, Amazon has sent your order. I'm like, oh my God, my wife's shopping on there. I don't go near it anymore. I'll tell you some of the things I do like about Amazon that makes it a lot different though than eBay, and that's important to know. For example, we have Fiji waters in this house, and the water is a heavy thing to buy. Many people don't like carrying it. I used to have to go to the supermarket and carry like these extremely heavy like boxes of Fiji water that came with what do they come with? They come with six packs. So each box has 36 bottles, the whatever normal standard size bottles of Fiji water, and it's annoying. So just to ensure that every mail delivery man wants to strangle the tenants of my residence, um, I order it on Amazon, Fiji water, and they deliver it right to the house. And it's like, okay, it's about the same price as the store, even with the digital tax, and it comes right to my door. And I don't have to go to the supermarket and get it. So I will always, I will always order like things that are just stupidly heavy from Amazon as opposed to eBay because eBay is just honestly annoying. So I do think there is a difference here. you want to know the funny thing? I am just not convinced that you're going to get, uh, something really, you know, big or, it's so confusing. Here, let me just explain it to you. Amazon last quarter said that they were going to make for this quarter coming up tomorrow. They're reporting tomorrow after the bell, I believe, or Friday morning, either one. I think it's Thursday after the bell. 66 to 70 billion dollars versus the 67.27 billion expected. So that's kind of interesting because the midpoint of the company's projection is 68 billion and the consensus is 67.27 billion. The problem with Amazon and them actually doing this here is there was a lot of China US trade war and currency drama that happened since. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of the products that you buy from Amazon were created in a Chinese factory, went through a middleman who most likely lives in the United States, who buys from that factory, brings the product over here, and just relists it at Amazon at a higher price. So that person needing to pay tariffs to bring this product to you, 90 whatever percent of the products you buy on Amazon are made in China. That's a fact. If you're buying something on Amazon, most likely, not everything, of course, it was made in China. So with that being said, you have to really look at the US dollar Chinese yuan. And I'll stop and I'll say, well, Amazon reported earnings on July 25th, right over here. This is the US dollar Chinese yuan and what the number you see on the right hand side, so it says like $7.06. That means for every US dollar that you give, you will get $7.06 worth of the Chinese yuan. That's what you'll get. So obviously, the higher this number goes, the more pissed off China is because the US dollar is superior in strength. And the lower it goes, vice versa. So this is a funny thing that not many people will talk about is the fact that the currency of the US dollar yuan actually went skyrocketed up. On July 25th, when Amazon last reported, it closed at $6.87. Now it's at $7.06. And I know what you're thinking, Mark, it's just a 19 cents difference. When you're dealing with the amount of product that comes through these Chinese factories to American consumers with tariffs attached to them and US dollars attached to them, it's kind of difficult because they're going to have to raise their prices. They're going to have to raise their prices. And guess who pays the raised price? You, if you decide to buy it. Your prices will go up. Adding a digital tax upon that as well, and I'm leaning towards the more bearish side of Amazon as a result of this. Again, I'm basically bearish in Amazon for the same reason I was bearish in eBay from a fundamental perspective. However, the only difference is my Amazon orders, even though I stopped purchasing stuff from Amazon, my wife hasn't. And if you want to know who can max out a credit card faster, my wife or I, my wife wins by a landslide. So I'm going to officially not call bullish or bearish on Amazon. I just want to analyze it for you. So I'm officially not going to put myself on the line. Until I'm bullish on Amazon, I'm not willing to put myself on the line with. So I just thought I would share that sort of thought process with you. There are too many factors that I think are bullish and bearish in Amazon. Do you want to really know the most consistent strategy on Wall Street? I know it's a bold call, Mr. Melnick. It's a bold call coming from you. It's a bold call coming from, the Newsbeat live room. I get it, Mark. You know how to make money, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay. Well, just to show you things, and I'm going to show you the strategy, I just want to show you some screenshots today from the room. First of all, people in the room were done trading within the first few minutes today. So just if you can't see this here, just to show you, traders just making 3,200 on Apple, 2,200 on Apple, 1,500 on Apple. People are just making money because we just did a one and done in Apple in the morning. And just to show you what us Newsbeat live people did, is we focused on Amazon and we brought through the break of the 1 minute candle. Now you might say, oh, it went from 242.61 to 243.18. How much money can you make on that? Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And if you're sitting there wondering, like, why would you focus on Apple? Because it was the only name we were focused on. So I said VWAP reversal. Good. This is the note from the morning. Comes out before 9 a.m. generally every day. Definitely before the open. Good morning, Bandits. VWAP challenge. Watching earnings names for this. And now we're going to see how the VWAP reversal challenge worked. I'm going to show you the most consistent strategy I have ever seen for earnings names in my 20 plus years as active intraday trader. Apple long 2 out of 10. News flow is king. Trade smart will be bouncing around today. Short of random news headlines. Okay, so just to show you, I do write like a famous brain surgeon, which means like I write like with a sad like 5-year-old who has a cast on their arm. Like this is my earnings list today. So I was watching Snap and there whatever I have some stuff here. So I was watching Snap, Now, iRobot, TXN, Texas Instruments, that's CMG, BSX, Boeing, Granger, Teradyne, and ADI. Um, and I just want to show you what the 5 minute charts look like here because you have to see it with your own eyes. Disagree with me if this isn't the most consistent thing you've ever seen. Disagree with me. I'm not going to say it's the most consistent thing because maybe people are batting 100% out there on their strategies. Okay, so let's start. It actually worked on Apple as well, but let's talk about the earnings name. So the VWAP reversal strategy is very, very, very simple. You choose an earnings name. Basically, if it gaps down, you wait for the 5 minute bar to close above the orange line on my screen, which is a standard VWAP on TC2000. As soon as it does that, the next time a 5 minute bar breaks the top, like that bar closes above the VWAP, the next time a candlestick breaks out to the upside, you buy through it. That's, of course, if it gaps down and heads up because it's a reversal strategy. You're going against the initial gap. If the stock gaps up, if the earnings name gaps up, you wait for the 5 minute bar to close below the VWAP and then you short through the next break of the bar. Very simple. Works 4 out of 5 times. I mean, I'm batting a little better than that on it at the moment, but it's at 81.5% effective in September. I'll have the October results. I have a feeling it's going to be much higher than 81.5. Let me show you. Snap, gap down today. Just 10 cents. You see this orange line? You know what? I'm going to make it so easy for you. Check this out. Check this out. We're just going to add in the VWAP. I don't want any confusion on your chart. Where did the... Okay. All right, beautiful. Just look at the orange line. Here's Snap, right? Forget about my trend lines, forget about everything. Right over here, you see this orange line here? So Snap gap down. Why is it hiding the watermark? Just 1 second. I just want to change those settings. System settings, charts, show back gradient, general. I'll figure it out soon. Anyway, this is Snapchat. Doesn't matter. I was looking just for the color gradient. So, like, for example, you see Snap behind it. But I'll go through the names. It really doesn't matter. Honestly, it's actually kind of cute when I don't show the names. But I'm just going to go down the list of Snap, Now, iRobot, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Right over here, you close above the 5 minute VWAP, right? What do? We call this out in real time in the room. You buy through 13.95. Bang, right to 14.22. 1 bar. I'm not even saying that it went to 14.38. I'm not even saying that it didn't pull back afterwards and head lower. I'm saying this little move here, this little move from $13.95 to $14.22, your calls exploded. Easy, quick, profitable scalp trade. Now, why a scalp trade, Mark? Because I literally line it out as a quick, profitable scalp. Are you here? Funny when I say that, and it's my new favorite line, when I ask traders if they want to trade for a living, they say yes, but traders who want to trade for a living actually trade like they're trying to retire next week. And even though we do hit home runs very consistently in the Newsbeat live room, most of your trades should be singles. You shouldn't try to maximize every trade. It's Wall Street's way of fooling you. Unless you fall within the 43.57 paradigm, then you need big winners, otherwise you'll never make it. Now, granted, the option calls right over here, went up at least 50% in value, the $14 calls. So by no means are the moves small. So don't underestimate what a little 27-cent pop in a $14 Snapchat would do on earnings. So you can see right over here, it closed. You're buying right here through right over there, right through the top of this 13.95 candle. Worked. Next name on my list, ServiceNow. NOW, and again, just to show you, yes, this is ServiceNow. Just back to the chart, which is easier to see. ServiceNow gap down, first green bar, closes above the orange line. Look, you buy right here through 219.72. Look, I'm not even saying it didn't go to 225.73. I don't care about that. You know what? Let's just do this. That's all I care. That's all I care about. You want to leave a little runner and it works or doesn't. I don't care. All I'm saying is from 219.72 to 223, you can see the bar closes above that orange VWAP for the first time. You buy, you chase through 219.72. You're buying through day highs here. Easy. You're up $3.28. Maybe you didn't make $3.28. Maybe you made $1, which was very hard not to make on that trade, by the way. Maybe you made $1. Maybe you made $2. Maybe you did make the $3. I don't care that it went up afterwards and you could have been up, almost $6 and change or $6.01 move higher. If you caught that, God bless you. All I'm saying is you caught the money. Clean house. Clean house. It's over. iRobot. A lot of Newsbeat Live members caught this one today. In fact, one Newsbeat Live member, if I could just find the thing, one Newsbeat Live member did really well in this one today. Just looking for the screenshot. Okay, anyway, I'll find the screenshot eventually. One Newsbeat Live member made $6,000 on iRobot today because not only did we call it going up, we actually called this entire reversal down. But I just want to focus on the VWAP reversal. Anyway, right over here, you close above the orange piece of dental floss, pops through 47.69, pops up 48.21 almost instantly. Maybe you did leave, a lot of people left runners on this one and it just grinded up. And then right over here, I said it could break down underneath 48.60 for a short, and people shorted here. Right through the top here. That's a different strategy though. But look, you close above the orange line, you buy through the top, easy money. Texas Instruments. We played this one long today. I caught this one. One bar. Right over here. You could see on the top left side, the stock closed that blue, that teal thing that you see on the top left right there, 118.23. That's where it closed. The orange number says VWAP, 117.31. Texas Instruments, this is TXN, gap down, closed above it. You buy through 118.37. Stock popped $1.50 in 5 minutes. Done. Done. Now, maybe you had Superman conviction to hold through here as we're actually talking about it bullish, and a lot of traders decide to hold it in the room. A lot of traders leave runners on these things and they they play on the house's money after that pop, and the trade is just done. Like, handle it however you want to handle it. And I'm not cherry picking, by the way. Just by the way, there is something that's wrong on this list, and that's going to be the next one. I'm just going down the list. These are names we even post the names in the morning. We talk about them in the morning. These are just names on my list. Chipotle, this is the one that didn't work. I didn't take this one today, nor would I, because when you're looking for a quick scalp, I'm not looking to trade a stupid $800 name. But I'm not cherry picking. I'm just keeping it real. Right over here, closes above the VWAP for the first time. This is the first 5-minute candle that closed above the VWAP. You go along through 811.19 right here. It pops up a little to 811.63. I do not consider a 44-cent move in CMG a good move, and it plummets against you, and you take a loss. So here's one that would have lost. So far, Snap, Now, iRobot, Texas Instruments work. CMG didn't. Now buckle your seatbelt because that's the last one that failed. BSX, gaps up, Boston Scientific. And actually, you could see the symbol right there in the top left. Whatever. Boston Scientific gaps up, closes right here. This is all 5-minute charts, by the way, 100%. Closes right here at $40.50. The VWAP is 40.77. It closed above it. You short through the break of the next 5-minute candle, which is the bottom right here is 40 and a quarter. You short through 40 and a quarter. Stock goes to day lows, 39.77. Maybe you just caught it right here. Maybe you just caught a quick little scalp in BSX. It's easy money. Boeing. Big gap up. Runs. Could have you shorted this one today? Well, you tell me. Closes right here below the VWAP for the first time. See this orange line? We're looking for the stock not to test it, not to bounce off it, to test it, break below it, and close below it on a gap up name. Closes right over here at 347.03. The VWAP is 347.36. You short through 347.03. Boop, boop. Goodbye. Easy, quick money. And I'm not talking about this up move, and I'm not talking about the fact that it got destroyed afterwards. I'm not even talking about this. I'm just looking at this. That's all I'm looking at. That's all I'm looking at. You know, I'm not Captain Hindsight over here. I wouldn't have held it through here. Maybe some of you would. Maybe some of you are rabid animals, and there actually was a rabid animal. We had to test someone for steroids in the room today, and I'll show you that as well. But let me just finish up the names here. Granger. This is an interesting one. Gap down. This is GWW. Gap down. Closed above the VWAP right over here for the first time. Closed at 307. You're waiting for the next break of the 5-minute chart. Never broke up. Never broke up. Never broke up, even though it pulled below the VWAP. Broke up here for the first time. Broke a prior 5-minute high right over here. You could see it. That prior 5-minute high broke up for the first time. You buy it through 302.66. Easy money. And again, I'm not even insinuating that you bought through right here and held for the whole day and wrote it to $315 and made 10 plus points, 13 points. I'm not insinuating that. I'm insinuating on a name like Granger, you catch a few dollars. Not a big deal. Okay? So don't think I'm just saying, oh, you could have held it after I saw what happened afterwards. No, I'm saying you're just making the money and you don't give a darn about anything. Okay, this is an interesting one. This is Teradyne. Closed actually here at 62.77 on this bar. The VWAP, as you can see on the top left side, is 62.96. So you short for the breakdown of the next 5-minute bar. Never broke the prior 5-minute low here. Never did it 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 here. As soon as you broke under 64.74, look at that flush. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, maybe some of you held a little runner and it plummeted through day lows, but let's just be fair and honest. Let's not just show you the winning trades. Let's not highlight the winning trades and act like it's the greatest thing in the world. Let's cut the nonsense. Let's just show you that part of the chart. You're shorting right over here on this red bar. Is that good enough for you to make your day? I showed you what a little stupid move in Apple did, people making thousands and thousands of dollars. You're telling me with exploding options. And keep in mind, your implied people who trade options, what they're telling me, I don't even use the Greeks because ironically, even though I make millions trading options, I'm an options imbecile. Like I don't understand the complex intricacies of options. The majority of Newsbeat Live members understand options better than me. That's the irony. However, doesn't mean I am not stupidly successful with them. And what I'm being told is your implied volatility is kicking up in value through these levels because all the algos and the robots, which I do understand, ironically, are kicking in. So your implied volatility is kicking up as the stock is plummeting. Your puts are going in your favor, and you're done. And again, I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not even talking about this part of the chart. A lot of people do leave runners on. Like if you sell 80%, I like to sell 80, 75, 90, 95% of my position. And a lot of times I will leave a runner on for this, but I'm not holding 100% of my position here. Just being honest. That's just not who I am. I don't need to do that. Now, this was Teradyne. Next is ADI. This one I caught today. This one I caught today with a quick little scalp. Name gaps down, Right over here, you're waiting for a green bar to close above this orange piece of dental floss. It actually happens, it's hard to see right here, but you can see on the top left, it closed actually here at 105.95 and the VWAP was 105.93. So immediately I call along through 105.95. The stock goes to 106.40. I caught out. I marketed in some options. I threw in a limit offer to sell. I sold a little higher, just sold out right there. I didn't catch the next candle up, and I wasn't part of it while it digested down and sideways before going up higher. Like this, I wasn't part of this. And yeah, if I held a lot of these, they would work better, and some wouldn't, right? All I'm saying is this. This is all I care about. Let's just be fair and honest here. Let's stop sugarcoating strategies by just showing you only winning trades. It might feel like I'm only showing you winning trades, because I just showed you Snap, Now, iRobot, Texas Instruments, Chipotle, BSX, BA, Granger, Teradyne, and ADI. I might have showed you these names, but that's what was working, ladies and gentlemen. That's what was working today. That's what we focused on now. You might be sitting there thinking, I could do this on any earnings name. The truth is, we focus on particular earnings names. So the strategy and the percentage I give you are for Newsbeat earnings names, but I guarantee you, you will see good success on other earnings names as well, utilizing this strategy on average. You will bat 4 out of 5. Now, in this case over here, I did give you 10 names. 9 of them worked. 9. 9 out of 10. And maybe it's really just a randomly good day for the statistics. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, the truth is if you had an 81.5% chance of winning and you rolled and you flipped that odd thing, I don't want to call it a coin because that insinuates 50-50, but if you took those odds 10 times, you might be right 9 times. There's nothing wrong with that. That is the most consistent strategy that I have ever seen in my career, short of naked option selling on Fridays before expiration. But we're not taking that sort of risk either. You know, it's almost like the SWAT team, as one new member said. You sort of kick down the door, come in, kick butt, and leave. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like. You know, and to me, I have no trading stress. I have no anxiety. I'm not worried at all. I'm happy. I love my job. I'm not cuddled in a fetal position at night. I'm not nasty to the people around me because I had a losing day. My whole life changed. And the only reason I know this is because that used to be me. That used to be me. Talk to me 12, 15 years ago. That was probably me. Not anymore. Not anymore. I want to show you that consistency is easy. And if you don't think that it's easy to take a small account and bring it somewhere, look at what one of our members did. Just look at what one of our members did. And this was posted today. I'm not showing you old testimonials. Thomas, hey Mark, today marks my first 30 days in the room. I started with $2,000 and I'm now over $12,000. Thank you for your help. I sort of blacked out help there accidentally by circling this. 600% gain in 30 days. 600% gain in 30 days. People are like, oh, got the iRobot. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. 600% gain. Now, I'm not going to come to you and say that, oh, that happens with everyone. Obviously, I'm not, I would never say something like that. But there are people who are in the room for 2 days. And it's like, he says, oh, my big face is blocking it. Gabrielle says, I'm not like Thomas, but I started 2 days ago and already paid for the trial membership twice in 2 days. Why? Why are these traders finding consistency when they never have before? because we're doing strategies that work most of the time. We're doing strategies that are easy to understand. And you might be looking at these little moves and saying, how much can you really make? Millions and more. We are attacking. How many Apple calls could have you bought this morning? Tell me that answer, and I'll tell you how much money you could have made. We did a one and done in Apple. Our first trade of the day was not the VWAP reversal. Our first trade of the day was Apple for a one and done. We look at a 1 minute chart, very simple strategy. We just simply do this. Choose any Newsbeat name. In this case, we only offered you one. Wait for the first 1 minute bar to close. Make sure the exponential 8 and VWAP are below the candle you're buying through. Buy through the next 1 minute candle that goes through. Take your profits. 93.6% effective on every Newsbeat name since August 1st, 2019. How's that for consistency? You might have been impressed on how I use the VWAP. You might have been impressed on how I use the VWAP. How about how I use my analysis with candlesticks here? This little stupid move. Do I have to show you the screenshots of the thousands of dollars people made on this stupid little candle here? And again, I'm not even talking about what happened afterwards. Let's just be fair and honest. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. Apple went up 57 cents. $5,000 here, $3,000 here. Some people made a couple $100, $500, 1,000 here, 2,000 here, 3,000 here. This is real money. This is real money. This is easy money if you are prepared for it. Imagine everybody looking at Apple calls with a market order ready with their finger on the button like this. Could you imagine that? Just being like that? And as soon as you see it go through, you're like, click. And then as soon as you hit click, your P&L goes stupidly ballistic. And you're like, what the heck? Out. All within 60 seconds. Could you imagine that? Is that something that you can actually imagine? If you can imagine that, if you can imagine some of the 5 minute strategies, I will help you imagine and actually come to the realization of what it's like to be one of Wall Street's most consistent traders. Again, I could talk about myself. I could talk about having the highest Sharpe ratio that firms have ever seen. I could talk about myself coming in with P&Ls that blow away everybody else in the firm. I could talk about all these things, but you know what? I'm here to help you. Who gives up about what I can do? This is not a movie. This is not Tom Cruise jumping out of a helicopter. You're like, whoa, cool, man. Tom Cruise is the best. No, this is not a movie. This is me telling you that no matter where you are as a trader, that even if you have a small account and you can get on board with the mentality and methodology in which thousands of other traders do on a daily basis, that you can change your entire life around. That is the only thing that I'm telling you. You want the algo levels for tomorrow? You want them? You want them? Maybe you're impressed on the algo levels of how we called the dead bottom of Amazon. We called the dead bottom of Amazon yesterday. Maybe you were impressed with that when we gave you that level on Amazon right over here. Oh, where is it? Maybe you're impressed that move my mug. Maybe you're impressed that we gave you 1742.52 as Amazon support. We gave it to you yesterday for today, October 23rd. Maybe you were impressed when you saw Amazon. This is a 1 minute chart. Here's the daily. Maybe you were impressed when Amazon bottomed on our algorithmic support at 1742. Maybe you were impressed by that. Maybe you were impressed that we were 52 cents off the Amazon bottom. Or if that's too much for you, if that wasn't more accurate, maybe you're impressed that we called 1170 to be the dead high of USO. Maybe you thought that was, I don't know. Maybe that impressed you. Maybe it didn't. Maybe the fact that 1170 we called as the resistance in USO today and the day high, we called it yesterday for today, and the day high of USO is 1170, maybe you were impressed with that. Maybe you weren't, but thankfully, I'm sure you're going to give me another chance to impress you. So here are, did I forget to change the date? No, I didn't. Today's October 23rd. Tomorrow's October 24th. These are tomorrow's levels today. They don't always hit, but when they do, I, Mark Melnick, and thousands of others tend to make easy money consistently by buying when support hits or shorting when resistance hits. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe that you can use these strategies. I know every guru out there has some amazing secret technical strategy that works. We're combining news flow. Like, so when I choose these earnings names, I'm looking at the fundamentals. I'm looking at stocks that gapped up with weak fundamentals, weak sector. I'm combining it all together into one picture to actually produce the names I'm showing you. Obviously, I don't trade 100% of every earnings name. That would be insane, and that would also be impossible if you are a human being. And I'm not here to just boast about the winning trade I've done with ignoring the losing trades that I've done. That's not helpful either. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it's thanks to people like you that make the Newsbeat Live Room, T3 Lives, and the nation's #1 largest, fastest growing trading room. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Interested in any of my products? Links in the description. Have a wonderful evening.